All right, I have a gentleman joining me from MDOC. Could I ask your name, please?
Me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Michael Granberry.
All right. All right, and that's Robinson, right? What's your last name?
Granberry.
Judge, he's the extradition hearing.
Oh, okay. I was looking for you on something else. So, spell your last name for me.
Grandberry.
I'm sorry, I usually don't get extraditions from MDOC, so I apologize. Did they give you paperwork to sign? Oh, yep,
Yes,
you got
they
it right in front of you. Good. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael D'Angelo Granberry, file number 24-21973 AX. So, Mr. Granberry, as you're aware, this is a date and time scheduled for an extradition hearing. So let me get my paperwork out. This is also a proceeding to determine whether you wish to waive your right of extradition. Extradition is a proceeding to return you to another state in which a warrant has been issued for your arrest for the commission of a felony. It is in effect a demand by another state for your surrender and to return to that state to face the crime with which you are charged. So you are charged, oh, this is West Virginia. So you are charged by warrant from the state of West Virginia with the crime of possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. Okay, and that looks like that's all I have. So we cannot in this court or in this state determine the truth or falsity of the charge made against you in West Virginia. You do not have to waive your right to extradition. You can require that the governor of the state of West Virginia make demand upon the governor of Michigan for a warrant for extradition. You have the right to demand and procure legal counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court would appoint you one at county expense. If you or your attorney wish to test the legality of your arrest, you may apply within a reasonable time for a writ of habeas corpus. That is a writ by which your custodian is required to bring you before the court for the purpose of having a hearing to determine the legality of your arrest. Do you understand the rights that I've just told you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you at this time?
I have an attorney for down there, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm only offering an attorney for the purpose of this hearing, the extradition hearing. So if you want an attorney for advice on the extradition, I can appoint you that. It has nothing to do with the actual case in West Virginia. So do you want an attorney on this extradition hearing today, or do you want to waive your right to extradition and go to West Virginia?
Yeah, I'll just rather just go to West Virginia and get it situated, ma'am.
Okay. So do you understand then all the rights that I've just told you?
Yes, ma'am. So that means, can I ask you a question, please?
Sure.
So that means that they're gonna come and get me at the scheduled date because I was paroled here. So that means that January 7th that they're gonna come and get me and I can go and deal with that and get my life back going start.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
But you said they're not coming to get you to January 7th?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, they have to come get you by then.
Okay,
Okay, if they don't, like for some reason it's January 15th and they haven't come and got you, you need to talk to the counselor or somebody there to get back a hold of us. Because if they don't pick you up, you know, we have to take care of that, all right?
okay.
All right, so do you want to waive your right to extradition to a writ of habeas corpus and to an attorney and go voluntarily to the state of West Virginia to face the charges made against you in that state?
Yes, I want to get it done, yes.
Okay, all right, so did you already sign all 3 of those pages or 4 of them?
No, ma'am, there's 3 of them, but I haven't signed it. Can I sign?
Okay, so in the center, when it says waiver and your name and the date, you need to sign there. Today is October 16th, so you would sign your name and date each one of them.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know that. I knew the other part of it. Okay, have you signed them all?
Yes, ma'am.
Want to raise your right hand for me? Do you swear that the signing of these papers is your free act and deed for the purpose of waiving extradition?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so sir, good luck to you and safe travels back to West Virginia, all right?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, is Meade Byers in the courtroom? In the matter of people of the state of Michigan versus Meade Jonathan Byers. File number 23-21531FH. This is the date and time set for probation violation, show cause. Mr. Byers was summoned and requested to appear today. He has failed to do so. Failure to pay fines and costs. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. Failure to appear and somewhere I have a calculator. There we go. All right. Set bond in the amount of $2,602. Cash. That's the total amount owed. All right. Aw. I never get those waivers from extradition from prison. Thanks. All right, Nicole Quiones. All right, are you Nicole? No. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. In the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Nicole Michelle Quinones, file number 21-20668FH, 21-20669FH, 22-20832 FH, 22-20833 FH. This is the date and time set for a show cause on a probation violation. Ms. Quinones has failed to appear.
There might have been previous.
Ms. Dillon,
Ms.
Ms. Dillon, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, I'm gonna set bond in the amount of 25,000 cash on each file. Obviously, I hold the bench warrant for a minute, so, all right. So let's move on to. You're Miss Ladd, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and sir, what are you here for?
For the 8:15,
What's your name?
Zane Ratliff.
Say it again?
Zane Ratliff.
Okay. All right, your attorney is Michael Dagger Margosian. He usually goes next door first and then comes to me, so it'll just be about 15, 20 minutes, okay? All right, thank you. All right, so. Mr. Millar, I'm gonna call the jail to get your people.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, yeah.
I'm good. So I have Mr. Millar and well, Cody Gage is not gonna come in today. That got adjourned on the jail list.
Okay, one sec. So you said, let me find my list. Okay, so Gage is not coming in?
Right,
Okay.
but I have Mr. Millar, and so Mr. Millar has 3 people in custody. One is Charles Gorton,
Okay,
Joshua Matne, and Christina Edmonds.
okay,
And Gorton.
yep.
Okay, thank you.
You want to see all of them?
Whenever, yeah, I mean, I'm ready for all of them.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
yeah, bye.
Bye.
You're gonna do a search just that
Okay.
armor.
All right. Okay. I send a message to Miss Underwood that Mr. Armour is he on the 1st or 3rd.
He's on the third floor right now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Armour is on the 3rd floor. The other gentleman couldn't come. I guess they're locked down for COVID. That facility. All right. Okay, who is the other MDOC one? Oh, Robinson. Okay.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Miss Edmonds. I'll be right with you. Hold on.
I'm gonna bring Mr. Robinson in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so Miss, let me find you. All right, Mr. Millar, I have Miss Edmonds. Let me see, I have a prosecutor. Yes, I have Mr. Sneed, so. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Christina Mia Edmonds, file number 24-219-83FH. I have Salvatore Millar appearing on behalf of Miss Edmonds, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. So, Mr. Millar, this is the date and time set for a pretrial, and there's a reason. She was here the other day. Becky, I feel like I'm missing paperwork in my file. But Mr. Millar, how would you like to proceed today?
And I'm going to defer to Mr. Coast. I think this involves Miss Edmonds going to treatment.
I know, and I don't have the paperwork. That's what I'm looking for. Miss Adams, did I leave that back? There she goes. I'm like, I knew we were good for something else. All right, so I have a letter dated October 14 of 2024. It states Miss Edmonds was screened by CMH at the jail, and she was approved to go to the Salvation Army Harbor Light in Monroe. if the court would allow it, we would be able to get her there possibly as soon as tomorrow. So Mr. Malaro and Mr. Sneed, I guess, Mr. Sneed, do the people have a position on that?
No, Your Honor, I defer to the court. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Malaro? Yeah, I got no audio. I'm so sorry, Mr. Malaro. We couldn't hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, that would certainly be our request.
Okay. Mr. Coast, anything further to add?
Yeah, she has been approved, Judge, for October the 17th. And her niece would be driving her directly from the jail to the facility.
Okay. So, Miss Edmonds, if I release you to go to this program and your niece takes you there and you don't go, like you decide you're not going to go, you take off, you could be facing more charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
So one of your bond conditions is you enter and complete this program. It's very important, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and I'm glad that you are willing to look at this as an option. So I will amend the order to allow her to go to the Salvation Army Harbor Light in Monroe. We do have our next pretrial on November 6th. I'm gonna leave that on. She can Zoom from there, I believe. And Miss Edmonds, you will need to sign a release so that Mr. Coast can communicate with them to verify your cooperation and attendance, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything else, Mr. Sneed, Mr. Malaro, or Mr. Coast?
We just will need a new date, I believe, Your Honor.
It's November 6th
Okay,
at 8:30. We'll keep the prior date on. All right, good luck to you,
Your
Miss
Honor?
Edmonds. Yes,
Judge, hello?
yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you require us to submit an order to your, to the effect of her being sent to Harbor?
Mr.
Sam,
Coast,
I'll
would you-
actually do the necessary paperwork for that.
You'll let me do the paperwork, you said?
No, Sam, I'll
No.
actually do the paperwork.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right,
Thank
and we
you.
already have a notice for November 6th. All right, Miss Edmonds, if you leave the program or get kicked out, you need to report immediately to the jail, all right?
Right.
All right, good luck.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
All right, so I have a gentleman that just came into jail room 6. Can I ask your name, please?
Gorton?
All right, I'm grab your file. Okay, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles James Gorton, file number 24-21934FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Gorton, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time set for a pretrial conference. Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed today? Can't hear you. Still
Anybody?
can't hear you.
I don't know. I give up. There we
Now
go.
I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Maybe if I just wave my arms. I don't know.
Okay,
Your Honor, I'm going to ask to adjourn the matter one time. I need to do a thorough review of the matter and see if there can be any resolution. I think this is our first
right.
request to adjourn.
it is. Yep, first pretrial. All right, and how far out?
I think 30 days would be sufficient.
All right, so. November 27 at 8:30.
That's fine, Judge.
All right, and you'll do the notice of hearing to adjourn, and Mr. Sneed, can you sign your name with permission?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right,
Judge,
all right,
hello,
yes,
this is Ms. Chekai from Macomb Correctional Facility. I just found out that prisoner Robinson, he's on quarantine, so the hearing will need to be adjourned, please.
okay, all right, I will adjourn that then, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Have Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. All
Thank
right,
you.
in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Dwayne Robinson, I'm going to adjourn that hearing to November 13 at 8:30. Let Ms. Underwood know.
Can I address the court on that, Your Honor?
On who, Robinson?
Yes.
Sure. I don't
Back
have
on
the attorney here though.
Well, it's just for scheduling purposes. Back on September 4th, it was adjourned to today, and an in-person writ was prepared.
Oh,
He's
I know
not
that
here.
because all right, so an in-person writ was prepared. We received communication that the MDOC facility he's at is all in quarantine and they weren't moving him. So Miss Adams emailed them and said, would it be possible to have him appear via Zoom? They said yes, but then today they said no again.
Okay, would you like another in-person writ for the next date?
Is he fingerprinted? Let me see. Oh, wait, he's the
No.
one we can't hear. Yeah, I want an in-person writ.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, so.
Judge, we do still need prints on him, if that can be added
Yeah.
to it.
Okay, so it's gonna be in person for prints. Okay, all right, so. The matter of people of the state of Michigan versus Monica Olson, file number 24-21999 FH, arraignment was waived. Sure. So I have Mr. Gorton. All right, Mr. Malaro. The matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles James Gorton, file number 24-21934 FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Mr. Malaro, how do you wish to proceed? Isn't the one we already adjourned? No.
Yep.
Yes, it
Just
is.
just to confirm, Judge, we set that for the 27th at 8:30. I will prepare
Mr.
the
Gordon,
step and
you have
order.
to leave. I'll keep calling your case
Oh.
if you sit there and look at me.
I didn't know that. I was waiting. I didn't know. Okay. Have a good day.
Sorry, I forget. I got so many cases. I don't remember who I called 5 minutes ago, so I'll just keep calling you over and over again. All right, the other gentleman I have from the jail, what is your name?
Joshua Matne.
All right, good morning, Mr. Matney. All right,
Morning,
Mr.
Ryan.
Malaro, how, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Jean Matney, file number 20-20033 FH. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Matney, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is a date time scheduled for first, well, it's for pretrial. I do have failure to appear for pretrial on January 11th of 2023, contempt of court. So, Mr. Malaro, how would you like to proceed today? I'm sorry, Mr. Malaro, I can't hear you. Miss Adams, can you call IT and tell them that Mr. Malaro spends half of his time trying to fix his computer, and can they do something about that? Because I have no audio on him.
All right. Yeah, how about now? There we go.
You?
I don't know, Judge. I think IT doesn't like me. So Judge, I had a preliminary discussion with Mrs. McClure on this case yesterday. I think we could perhaps get it resolved. I would just ask for but we're not quite there yet. I would ask for just a short adjournment of 2 weeks if possible. I think we'll have it worked out by then.
Okay, well, I don't, let me see. My next available is November 13, but I will tell you, if you resolve it, I can get them in like that day. So I'll
Right.
set this over to November 13 at 8:30. And as I said, if you come to a resolution, I would be more than happy to bring them in right away. So I'll continue his not guilty plea, and we'll see you back on November 13th at 8:30, and you'll do the step in order to adjourn.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Malaro.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Matney, I'll be over to talk to you probably next week sometime about it.
Okay, sounds
Raymond
good.
Ryan in the courtroom? Raymond Ryan?
Judge, he's on Zoom. He should be on Zoom.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right, I have Matt Murphy, so I'm gonna call the jail. Who do I got? Anybody in jail for Matt Murphy? Yes, Pedro Hernandez.
Hello.
This is Judge Anzalone. I have Mr. Murphy, so I am ready on Pedro Hernandez.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, bye.
Bye. All right, Raymond Ryan, can you start your audio and video, please? Ms. Hennigan, what case are you on for? She's on Zoom.
Yes, I do have Miss Ford.
All right.
And I also have Miss Slat, but I'm ready on Miss Ford.
Okay, well, hold on. Mr. Raymond Ryan,
Yes.
okay, good. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Raymond Gilbert Ryan, file number 24-21907FH. I have Salvatore Milaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Ryan, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time for pretrial conference in this matter. It's a first pretrial. So, Mr. Milaro, how would you like to proceed with Mr. Ryan?
Your Honor, may I have a short breakout with Mr. Ryan so I can clear up?
All right, Mr. Milaro, again, your audio is kind of stinky. So
Thank you.
it gets better. It's like your mic has to warm up or something. I don't know. So,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Could I have a short breakout, Judge, with Mr. Ryan? I want to clear up something with his.
yep. All right, Mr.
statement.
Ryan, I'm going to send you a request to join a breakout room. Go ahead and join that breakout room. Ms. Hennigan, I'll bring Ms. Four in. Britney Foor, can you hear me?
Yes.
This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Britney Renee Foor, file number 24-21993FH. I have Tamaris Hennigan appearing on behalf of Ms. Foor. Okay, so I have a note in here that Ms. Hennigan, that she is currently in a rehabilitation facility, which is great if that's true. And then, but we have to get fingerprints on her and she has to go to the post in Monroe.
Okay, yes.
To get that done. And I have Isaac Sneed on behalf of the people, if I didn't say that. So this is the date and time set for arraignment in this matter. Ms. Hennigan, do you wish to waive the reading of the felony information?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and have you received a copy of the prosecutor's request for discovery and witness list?
I have, Your Honor.
All right, how would you like to proceed today?
I would ask that my client stand mute this morning, Your Honor.
All right, and how far out would you like a pretrial?
At least 30 days. She, Ms. Four has some other cases downstairs that there's another attorney, Nick Sears, is working on for her, so we're working together to try to get these results for her.
November 27th, be okay?
Should be fine, Your Honor. And Brittany, is someone able to take you out places so that you could go and get fingerprinted, or are you not at that point in your program yet?
Yes, I'm in sober living now. So
great.
I'm living in an apartment with other sober girls and I'm working all the way out in Ann Arbor. So
you in Monroe or?
Yes, I can get a ride from one of the other women to go to Monroe. I would just have to know like a week in advance.
You got to call and schedule it. So you're going to have to call the MSP post in Monroe.
Okay.
Is that where your facility is, Monroe?
No, it's in Ann Arbor.
So if you talk to them, maybe they'll let you go to Ann Arbor to do it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I am going to enter a plea of not guilty. I'm going to set this over to November 27 at 8:30 in the morning. This is the arraignment, so we do the notice for the next hearing. Ms. Four, I don't have the address where you're at, so could you make sure you write that date down?
Yes.
And we'll mail it to the address we have on file, but then make sure you stay in contact with Ms. Hennigan, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And we'll do the notice on that because it's arraignment. Ms. Hennigan,
Thank you, Your Honor.
were you ready on Miss Ladd?
I need to run across the home, check something with Ms. Walsh really quickly.
Or is she not? Miss Walsh might be remote today. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Am I free to
You can
leave?
check. You're free to leave. So, Ms. Hennigan, I did receive communication from Miss Walsh this morning. Okay. Can you approach?
Yes.
She has those new charges that she went to. That was the violation. So
Change the names.
she's supposed to be doing 24 hours of service. And she just told me, never supposed to try this. Like, they just need her to do that. She doesn't. And she needs her skin. Okay. Are you ready for her then?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let me let, okay, I don't know what happened here. All right, Mr. Ryan, go ahead and talk to her for 1 minute and I'll be right back to you, Ms. Hennigan. All right, so in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Raymond Gilbert Ryan, Mr. Malaro, have you had an opportunity to speak with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Okay, and how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, Mr. Ryan is still in transitional housing, completing his outpatient. I would ask to adjourn this out a period of time, and then I think, depending on how he does, we can get this matter resolved.
All right, how far out?
I would say end of November, even into the early December, Judge.
All right, December 11.
That's fine with me, Judge.
8:30 in the morning. So, Mr. Ryan, your attorney is going to do the stip in order to adjourn to December 11 at 8:30. I need you to write that date down or put it in your calendar because I don't know that our notice of hearing will find you, but Mr. Malaro will do everything he can to get it to you. So December 11 at 8:30 in the morning, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Sneed, can you sign your name with permission?
Yes, thank you.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Mr. Malaro. All right, hold on one
Thank
second.
you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Malaro, I think I might have a bench warrant or two for you if you want to take care of that so you can go on your way. Hold on. I thought I had one that wasn't. No, I think, Mr. Malaro, you have nothing left in front of me, so you're all set.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Murphy,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. You have Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Pedro Hernandez Jr., this is file number 24-21980FH. I have Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Hernandez, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Darren Coast is also here. Mr. Coast, do we have any updates on Mr. Hernandez?
Good morning, Judge. Mr. Hernandez was screened by CMH on October 10th, and he was approved for services. So at this time, I mean, I'm okay with him attending treatment if you approve that.
I think we were talking about different inpatient residential alcohol treatment programs, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And Your Honor, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't talk yet.
From my
All right.
understanding,
Oh, hold on hold on 1 second. So Mr. Sneed, if we approve him to enter an inpatient program, do the people have any position?
Yeah, I think that people would oppose that, Your Honor, based upon the criminal history and likelihood of incarceration upon conviction in this case.
All right, now, Mr. Murphy, go ahead.
Your Honor, from my understanding, Mrs. White has arranged, I mean, I think Mr. Hernandez is likely, I mean, he has a bed available for him in Don Farms. So we're talking a pretty good rehab facility for Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez also has two other files that I don't think are before the court this morning. There's violation of probation files. I didn't know if we could address those as well today, because obviously we're asking the court to allow Mr. Hernandez to be released on bond to Don Farms, to a rehab facility. I think that that's what's best for Mr. Hernandez right now. Obviously, we're still trying to figure out the case. Quite frankly, I think right now, given Mr. Hernandez's history, this is the best option for him, not to sit in jail, but to sit and, to go and actually try to address his underlying issue, which has been driving everything that's been going on in his life, everything negative. So we would ask the court to allow him to be released to an inpatient facility. Again, I think he's going to go to Don Farms. Actually, I don't think that's where he will go if released. But again, I didn't know if those two other files could be addressed today as well.
I don't have those files today, so no, I cannot. Mr. Coast, all right, so the prosecutor is opposing any treatment facility because he is looking at a lengthy period of incarceration. And he has absconded previously, so I think at this point we're going to need.
I don't think he's absconded. From my history with Mr. Hernandez, there's been violations of bond conditions. Obviously the drinking, but he's always been at court. He's been in person. He's been well dressed and well communicative to me. I don't have a problem reaching Mr. Hernandez. I've never had a problem reaching Mr. Hernandez or felt that he was trying to avoid the court.
Well, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I think I was just kind of referring to, I meant to say he has not, I don't have an absconding on him, you're right, but he does have, he has a felony drunk driving, and while he was on bond, he committed another one. So that, I think, is where the people's concern is, Mr. Steen.
That's accurate, Judge. Thank you.
So, Mr. Hernandez, right now, if you were convicted on this file, you'd be facing up to 7.5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
I have zero issues with giving you the guidelines for prison on this case. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Because there are too many people dying on the roads right now.
I
I don't want my kids to be one of them. So
I need help.
Just listen to me. Stop talking. So right now you are a menace to society, basically, if you get behind the wheel of a car, because you have zero impulse control. And we know
I need
that.
help.
But I know you need help.
I've never gotten help.
Mr. Hernandez, stop. Remember we talked about self-control, letting other people talk. I know your history very well. But my concern is you're going to take off, you're going to drive. So I just want you to know, if I release you to inpatient, you stay and you complete that program.
Absolutely.
If you leave, you're going to go to prison.
I'm not. I don't.
If you get kicked out, you're going to go to prison. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
And, Don Farms is multifunctional. They'll address mental health issues, medication, alcohol, counseling, they do it all.
I do plan on getting on. I guess there's a medicine that I could get on that has to do with alcohol use. And if you use alcohol, it makes you tremendously sick. So that's the first step I plan to take. But, I know I have a problem.
You also need medication for your ADHD.
I know, and obviously I can address that as well. I was always fighting the thought of taking medicine, but obviously it's very clear that I have an issue. And I cannot deny that, but I just really need help. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a mental issue. I feel like I have a chemical imbalance, and I choose alcohol to stabilize, and it don't stabilize.
Yep. That's what people do. All right, Mr. Steen, anything else?
I think our objection would be noted. I think we've argued this at 5 hearings now, Judge, so I really don't have anything else to add. Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Coast, how would he get to Don Farms?
Judge, I'd have to find a responsible driver for him to get there.
Okay. And I'll talk with Miss White about trying to arrange that as well. There's also the handcuffs or hope instead of handcuff services, I think. So we might be able to arrange transportation. I'll talk with her about that.
All right, so who's your probation officer, Mr. Hernandez? Hernandez, you're on probation, right?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Who is your probation officer?
Mike Stevenson, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Mr. Coast talk to Mr. Stevenson, and then we will circle back on this. All right, Mr. Murphy? So I'm gonna set this for another pretrial, but because I have to have a date on the book. So I'm gonna set this for.
Judge.
Yes.
He is already
Yes.
set for November 6th.
All right, so I'm gonna leave the November 6th date on for pretrial, but today or tomorrow, we will circle back with Mr. Stevenson to get his position on this as well. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Hernandez,
All right,
I'll talk to you as soon as I find out any more information, okay?
All right. Thank you, boss.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Yep, Your Honor.
I think we already have a notice, so, yep, notice. Okay, all right, so Mr. Murphy. Hold on, just give me a second, I gotta get the PDs done so they can head down to the other end of the hall. Mr. Murphy, Blake Barton, is Blake Barton in the courtroom? All right, Mr. Murphy, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Blake Anthony William Barton, file number 23-21272FH, says the date and time set for a pre-trial conference in this matter. He is not in jail, he is not in my Zoom, he is not in my courtroom. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. Mr. Murphy, how would you, your client has failed to appear. I do have a stipend order adjourning to today in the file. Mr. Murphy?
Your Honor, Mr. Barton's case is the one that has been appealed. The Court of Appeals issued their ruling on Friday, this past Friday, to reverse and remand. I don't know why Mr. Barton's not here. For some reason, when I try to call him from my office phone, the number never connects. But I was, in regards to his file, I wasn't sure, because I wasn't sure if I had to file an appeal or ask to go to the Michigan Supreme Court, or if I needed to ask this court to address something. So I think I have to talk to the State Appellate Defender's Office on how I need to proceed with the file.
Okay, so why don't we set another pre-trial for November 13th? That'll give you time to do that and time to talk to Sato.
Yes, Your Honor. But again, I do apologize. I don't know where Mr. Barton is, though.
Maybe. Okay, so you can get a hold of him. Can you do the stipend order to adjourn, Mr. Murphy?
I will, Your Honor, and I will reach out to Mr. Barton and I'll email the court to let the court know that I've reached him.
Is a bench warrant being issued, Your Honor?
No, because I don't know that he had notice of today's date, because the Court of Appeals case just came down, so no warrant. Okay, obviously we could at the next one. All right,
Yes,
Mr. Murphy, I do believe that is all I had. Oh, no, Courtney Smith, is Courtney Smith in the courtroom? Courtney Smith, all right. The matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Courtney Kathleen Smith, file number 24-21805FH, 24-21806FH. This is a date and time set for a pretrial conference in this matter. Ms. Smith is not in custody, doesn't appear to be in my courtroom, and she is not on Zoom. Let me see here if there's anything in here. I have a demand for transcript. I do have a notice of hearing that was mailed out by the court to her address that we had on record, East Butler. So that is the address she gave us on the waiver. So, Mr. Murphy, do you know where your client is?
Your Honor, no, she's, from my understanding, she's not at my office. She's not trying to zoom in from the office. I just saw her, yesterday in district court. She had, I believe it's her significant other had a case down there and she was in the hallway for that. I do believe, I mean, I think we have a plea worked out on this one. I'm pretty sure we do. So her absence is confusing to me. We're trying to reach her right now. I didn't know if the court would be willing to refrain from, maybe holding a bench warrant for 40 hours or something, or.
I can put her to the end of call.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Great. So if you reach her, you can zoom back in, but otherwise I think that concludes your cases with me this morning.
Yes, Your Honor, we're trying to reach you right now, and I'll come back to the court after I'm done with Judge Olsavers. So.
Okay.
All right, thank you,
So,
Your Honor.
in the matter, thank you, of the people of the state of Michigan versus Samantha Diane Ladd, we have two files. Let me look at something here. One second. Okay.